Joe, man, I tell you what, we are back. I did not know. And first off, we're here at 8 p.m. So everybody who's here with us, awesome. Thank you so much for jumping in here. But I figured, man, it's SEC championship game. It's been a hectic week. There's a lot of stuff moving. You've been all over the state. And yet, and still, I said, Joe, we got to get on for the people. We got to get on. Actually, Joe hit me up and said, Dad, Randy, we got to get on for the people here on the SEC Powers Hour. And here we are, man. I'm happy you're here, Joe. How are you feeling?
Man, I'm good. Let me tell you what, you're right. Been all over the state. Ain't no doubt about that. And, just I was in the house, started a fire, and then just walked outside. So, it's all good. Fireplace in there just roaring, I guess.
Okay.
What up, folks in the chat? Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, in the fireplace.
In the fireplace.
In the fireplace.
I'm with you. Okay.
I left my children in there with it. It's fine.
It's fine. It could have been a grease fire. Could have been, who knows? But we just make sure. I want to make sure. We don't want to have anybody calling any 911 for us or whatever. Yes.
That's right.
Everybody who's here to chat, all our regulars, anybody that's new, thank you all for being here with us. Man, we are getting you ready, getting you primed for what I think, Joe, it's going to be a fun championship weekend. And the coolest thing I can say heading into it is, man, we've got intrigue all over the place. Intrigue. We don't know who's coaching where. We don't know who's with their team. We don't know who's not with their team. People sneaking in at the wire to get this thing done here. The ACC might not even make the CFP, Joe. So we're going to get into all that. But before we do, we're going to bounce around here in the SEC news, just like we always do. And you have to start, Joe. If we're going to talk about the SEC, we have to talk about the coaching changes. Now, in the graphic you see here on the screen, you see Auburn has a new head coach, Arkansas, Florida, LSU, Ole Miss, and not pictured, which we'll get to, Kentucky. All of those schools had to get a new coach this week because they either fired their head coach or they went and poached somebody else's. So there are new faces all over the conference. Pete Golding, well, let's just start at the beginning. How about that? Let's start at the beginning with Lane Kiffin. The news that you couldn't get away from. As sick as I was of hearing about it, you couldn't get away from it. We all knew he was leaving. The worst kept secret in college football. Finally hit the door, and in true Lane fashion, after he hit the door, just left a mess. Just everything, eggs broken all over the place. There's flour all over the floor. Like they started trying to bake the playoff cake and then said, I'm out, and just threw it all over the kitchen. So Kiffin is at LSU. So before we move on, Joe, talk to me about Lane Kiffin and tell me what you see in the future for the LSU Tigers.
Lane Kiffin. Yeah, that's a good analogy about making a cake, right? He took the beaters while making the cake and just pulled them up. It was like, are we making cake here? Sorry, my bad. Didn't know that we had going on,
That's right.
And then he's like, well, I wanted to stay, but that's like saying I wanted to lick the beater while it was still running.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows that's not going to happen. I just threw water all over
it's not, and that's the thing. It was never gonna happen. And here's how we know. It's like Lane forgets that there are other people that also have access to platforms. So his AD came out after the fact and said Lane knew for like a month that if he left, he wasn't going to coach the team. So all this talk you hear about, all these negotiations, hogwash. And the players, Joe, they straight called him out. They're like, yeah, he didn't come to the meeting. And when he did try to come to the meeting, what he said, not true. None of it's true. And so I am right where I've always been about Lane. It's about Lane. He don't care. And if you don't care, you can get in bed with him. But it's just, you're just on the clock, baby. LSU punched the clock until Alabama comes calling or until the NFL comes calling or whoever. You were on the clock. And here's the thing. At LSU, he left Ole Miss because he thought he could achieve something else at LSU. Well, you damn well better, because if you don't have a national championship in year 3, they probably going to be like, get them up out of here. That ain't going to work. This didn't happen because they're happy winning 10 games.
Yeah. No, it's just absolute disaster. And I cannot get over how just awful of a state it is in college football coaching that this is allowed. And I don't remember who the commentator was that said it, but it's basically what you and I just said here, Randy, in the fact that, look at the history. Okay, LSU, you've got him for as long as you want him, but guess what's going to happen when the time is over? The pin is already halfway out of the grenade from the day you walked in the door. So yay for you. It's like the, what's that old musical box, that you're just turning the wheel on and you're just waiting for it to pop out, man.
The jack in the box. It's the lane in the box.
He is the literal embodiment of a jack in the box with terrible music and an ugly clown.
Big old clown. Hey, he's a $90 million clown, but still, I'm just saying, I don't know. I guess there are parents out there that are going to say, I know my kid's going to score a bunch of touchdowns or throw a bunch of touchdowns or whatever, and have a chance to win an award or go to the league or whatever. And if that's what you're about and that's what you want, and you want Lane as your guy, fine. But as a parent, I would have reservations because there are other coaches that can help my guy score some touchdowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I'm on a personal goal now. I got to reach out to my boy, Chris Blair.
Boy.
Who's the voice of the Tigers.
That's right. How do we not have him on the show?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to get Chris. He's a busy guy.
Insider talk.
Where they got football and basketball and
they ain't got no football. They ain't got no football right now.
He's got basketball going on. Yeah. But I'll get a hold of Chris and see if we can get him on the show here. I'd love to hear what his thoughts are around this.
Holy camole, man. I don't know, dude. Listen, I like Chris. I'm not going to be hard on Chris because Chris is going to shoot straight. But come on now. How good do we feel? I'm sure. But see, that's the thing. No, I shouldn't even say that because the LSU people, they don't care. They don't care. They got the guy they wanted, right? They want to go win it. So they don't care. It's all good with them. It's the Ole Miss people, right? And we're going to get to them right here in just a second because they now just said, you know what? We're not even doing this. The defensive coordinator, boom, head coach. Here you go. We're just going to keep this thing moving. And then there's the drama about the airplane, right? Charlie Weiss Jr. gets on the plane with Lane, goes to LSU, and then he's like, wait, I want to come back. And now they're going to let him come back and coach this team in the playoff, and they're going to go try to do what they can do in the playoff. But, man, I'm not letting that joker back in my building. There's no way I'm letting him back in my building. But, I mean, listen, it could be as simple as principle, or it could be as, like, cloak and dagger as I don't want you in there talking to my players and trying to lure them away. I don't want you in there trying to see what we're doing schematically moving forward. I don't want you in the building, dude. You made a choice. Get on up out of here. We'll holler at you. You made your choice.
Got on the plane, brother. Bye.
I don't get it. Now, Pete Golding, obviously, LSU, Ole Miss has been better on defense the last couple of years. For real. Like, he's done a good job there. But now at Alabama, he was at Alabama before. And the Alabama people, they either love him or hate him. And I have no idea if he's going to be a good head coach. But he is a great football mind. So can he turn that into being a good head coach, especially if he's got a good staff around him? I don't know. But he's still going to have to overcome everything else that you have to overcome at Ole Miss. So Pete Golding, Joe, talk to me.
Well, I'm just laughing at Herb and Raj. I see jumping in the chat there. You said Alabama and boom, Herb and Raj popped up in the chat.
Jump right in there.
Yeah. I don't know what he'll be as a head coach, but I definitely think this. Their defense is going to have to be good. It's got to be that way. So you might as well take the guy that was the head coach or the defensive coordinator and make him your head coach and see where you can go.
Stability. I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah,
it's a stability play. Let's go see what we can do here in this playoff run and then see what happens in the portal, who leaves, who stays, all that. But, I mean, I understand it, but and see, that's the other part that tells the tale about the AD at Mississippi. I mean, he's doing his job too. So way back when Brian Kelly was fired, you have to know he started his coaching search then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he had to know that LSU's or somebody is about to take my head coach. I don't know who it is, but Lane's not staying.
Yeah.
And regardless of what he said on his Netflix documentary, he's not staying. So I'm going to go ahead and do my work and get ready. So I assume he got the guy he wanted. But still, I mean, you know, it's a mess in the SEC, man, as the league turns. And now we get into something juicy because Woo Pig has a new head coach after they got rid of Pittman. This old boy, Joe, and here, I'm going to be real with everybody. And if you pay attention to this channel, you know that I am a fan of Memphis in general. I dig some Memphis. I like heading over to Bill Street, love me some catfish and some barbecue, love the mighty Mississippi. I love me some Memphis, okay? Lots of great memories there. This was the head coach at Memphis for the last few years. Did a great job. I root for the Memphis Tigers, you know, second, third, fourth, darily, right? I'm like, good for you, Memphis. This dude, in the summer, during talking season, could not keep Kirby Smart in Georgia out his mouth.
Couldn't do it.
And was talking about how we ain't like Georgia. Felonies everywhere. Can't drive a car 900 miles an hour. We going to do it the right way. I said, really? So I clipped that, put it out on social media. People love that. They love that. And now, brother is in the conference. Guess who's on Georgia's schedule next year? Joe.
Yeah.
Guess who's on the schedule next year? Woo Pig. Woo Pig, Arkansas has got to square off against my Dogs next year. I just wonder if Ryan Silverfield's going to keep that same energy when he's staring across the field at Kirby Smart and them Georgia Bulldogs. What do you think, Joe? You think he's going to man up and be like, why can't you get your program under control? You think that's what he's going to say? You think that's what he's going to say at midfield, Joe?
I have to guess I would say no. I would have to say probably not going to walk out in the middle of the field and be like, what's up? Why can't you get your in order? You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I don't think he's going to pull any Ric Flair out there in the middle of the field. I just don't see it.
That's right. Oh, man, that is so good. So juicy to walk right into the league. And again, it's like he's like, I'm never going to be facing. Guess what, bro? Guess what? Yeah. I'm just saying. Oops. I'm just saying. So that's Woo Pig. And listen, y'all know I dig Arkansas too. I wish the program success. And I don't have anything against Silverfield. I just think it's real funny that he's not got himself in a mess. So
that's one of those situations where you're like, oh, wait, did I say that?
I didn't say that.
I don't recall. Maybe
I was misunderstood.
My bad.
It was deepfake AI. You can't trust anything on the internet these days.
Me. Wasn't me. Can't prove it. Wasn't me.
Oh, well, that's right. Well, let's move on to something that's a little closer to our hearts, Joe.
Auburn. Tyler the Truth in the chat, by the way.
Wait, who's telling the truth?
Go on, Auburn sucks. I just loving what I'm seeing in the chat here. Everybody's popping in the chat.
Oh, our people always tell the truth. They tell the truth. They know what's up. Yeah.
I don't care for Auburn.
But I'm going to talk about them. They got a new head coach in Alex Golesh, Joe. Now, just let me rewind it for you just a little bit. Alex Golesh was at South Florida. The Bulls, you know what I mean? He's a head coach last couple of years. Before that, he was at the University of Tennessee under Josh Heupel way back in 2022 when they managed to be #1 in the land for 2 days. 2 days before they came to Athens and got a mud hole stomped in them and we walked it dry in the pouring rain, okay? So I say all that just to say that Golesh is an offensive guy. He is going to run the same offense that you saw at Tennessee, right? Spread you out wide. They're going to run the football. I think Auburn has a good head coach. That's what I think. I think he's going to do just fine at Auburn. But, and this is true for all these coaches, you might be good, okay? You might be better than good. But that don't necessarily mean you're going to be successful in the SEC because the rest of the SEC thinks just like you think, Jack, and they got the athletes to do it too. And then you got a couple of us, right? You got Georgia and you got Alabama, and we just like, what y'all think y'all gonna do? Y'all ain't going to do nothing. Everybody's talking about Texas and LSU and who is back in the title game. We'll get there in a minute. But my point is, it's a tough league. So you might be real good and you might still just go 8-4. I mean, that's what it is. So
it just might happen that way.
Talk to me about Alex Golesh, Joe. What do you know? What do you think? Do you have a feel? I mean, he seems to be all about ball.
Well, look, here's what I got to say. And I mentioned this early on in the season. Auburn, look, top 5 defense in the land. They got a quarterback they seem to like in Nix and got some things over there they can do on the offensive side of the ball.
No, not Nix. Wait a minute. Not Nix. They got the kids now. Ashton.
Yeah.
What's his name? And then there's the true freshman. What's his name?
That's right.
But they got some quarterbacks. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
They got a boy who can play ball in a way. Got a guy coming up they think they can play ball with, right?
Yeah.
The biggest thing they got going for him is just simply you got to have that mentality that you're not snake bit, right? And that's just what's got to change. And I think that that's not going to happen with this guy. I think that'll change the identity of the team. Now, if they can make that, spread throughout the organization and kind of get rid of that snake bitten mentality, you'll have a program that has the ability, at least, to be better than what we've seen from Auburn here in the past couple of years. So that's really the thing that I think you're going to see the biggest change in with the team of Auburn and what happens in the other program there in Alabama. It's just going to be a change in mindset.
Well, they feel like they got lied to with Hugh Freeze. They brought him in to be this offensive.
It's Hugh Freeze. Of course you got lied to.
I know. But they thought they were getting some offensive genius who's going to come in there and fix it. And that ain't what happened. It went the other way. But Golesh, though, for real, they know how to run the offense. Now, I still say it's a gimmicky offense, but they know how to run it, right? And they run it well. So you get the right pieces in place, you can be successful up until you face somebody that has good athletes as you do. And then you got to actually, win. And that's where they've had a hard time. So, but yeah, I mean, that's Auburn. And Golesh, like he kept their defensive coordinator. So Durkin's coming back. So we know the defense is going to be in pretty good shape. And, they're making moves, man. They're making moves. So I think he's like Heupel. He's like so many coaches around the country who you hear talk about the same thing that Kirby Smart talks about or that Nick Saban talked about, where you are process driven, not result driven. And like you actually mean it, right? Like you actually do that 365 days a year. If they can do that, you're going to be better. But again, I'm just going to introduce you to Kirby Smart in Athens, and I'm going to introduce you to, the guy in Tuscaloosa, and I'm going to be like, all right, come on now. You can be great. Pat him on the head. Good job. But are you up here with us? I don't know.
Well, look, it's just like I said. You said it correctly a while ago. Hugh Freeze, you got smoked, Auburn, okay? He lied to you. But on top of that, he had to have some reason to tell you that it wasn't, hey, I just lied to you and I'm terrible at what I do. And that was, to poison the mentality, the snake-bitten mentality of everybody's against us, we can't win, whatever. And I think since if you just get that change out of the way with Golesh here, you got the opportunity to be a better program, despite the fact that you still may just get pimp slapped by the other teams that are as good and better than you are at all. So,
do you know how you're right, Joe? Do you know how you're right? I'll tell you, in case you don't know, I will tell you, you are right because this week, like yesterday, might have been the day before.
Yeah.
Hugh Freeze still throwing his quarterbacks under the bus like Nolan Ryan, baby. He's delivering that high heat. He's like, listen. The reason I'm sitting here unemployed is because my quarterback sucked. It didn't work out for either one of us.
What me?
I know.
What me?
He was like, it didn't go the way we wanted it to, but it's the quarterback. And I'm like, guess who picked him? Like, that's you. So
when it's never your fault, baby, you ain't gonna win nowhere. You ain't gonna be anywhere. How many times people just make note, put a little sticker, little tag on Hugh Freeze, and somebody tell me the next idiot program that hires him.
Oh my God.
He was look at it and say broken, damaged product. Just move on.
Wasn't he at Liberty before this? Like, didn't he? Well, he was at Liberty, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
How Hugh Freeze was at Liberty.
God, he lying to somebody. Like he's good at telling lies. His pulse don't break. He don't get flushed. He ain't sweating.
Man,
he's good at it.
I'm just saying. All right, let's get off that dead horse.
Anyway,
but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Moving along to the hated Florida Gators. Joe, here's the thing. I like Alex Golesh. I think Florida might have got the best one of the bunch here, though. They got the best G5 guy out there, in my opinion. And I don't say that because of his X's and O's and all that, which are fine. I say it more because of his it feels like more gritty. Like it fits better in the SEC than maybe some of these other dudes do. Like he seems to have an edge about him. You know what I mean? Like he seems to be a big guy. But it's John Summerall. They brought him in from Tulane, who, by the way, he's going to go back and coach Tulane, right? He's going to go do that. So good for him. He's got a championship game this weekend. But here we go. John Summerall is the new Gators head coach. Joe, guess what happened today? I think it was today. Pretty sure. It's been a busy day. Florida went and hired Buster Faulkner from Georgia Tech to come be their offensive coordinator, Joe.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. And here's the thing. The techies,
I didn't know that.
The techie said, we will match any offer. And Buster's like, deuces. So he got up out of there. He's down in Florida. I think he just wanted to get back in the SEC. I think he's positioning himself for a potential head job, you know, and he wants to show that he can do it in the SEC. So I think that's what that's about. And you can be successful at Florida. There's no doubt. So, I mean, they got that's their new offensive coordinator. And they hired the defensive coordinator from Kentucky after Stoops was fired, which we're about to get to. So they've got a good staff coming together down there in Florida, and Summerall's a guy. I mean, I think the Gators are going to make a little move here. I think they're going to try to add some stability and then kind of make a little move. We'll see. I mean, because you can say what you want about Billy. You can say what you want about Billy Napier, okay? But his process to reinvent and rebuild the facilities down there and put all the staff in place and build it out, it's in place. Now, if Summerall can come in, motivate, recruit, and have competence in his coaching staff, which is something Billy lacked. I mean, they were still having 12 men on the field penalties, you know, deep into the season. You know what I mean? Like, so there were issues there. And part of that was because he was the play caller, or at least that's what Florida fans say. So I'm just saying, Summerall, I think, is the move up for the Gators.
Yeah, they lighten it up in the chat. Don't give him Swamp Donkey's false hope. But, hey, look, I like this guy because this is the same man you and I talked about a couple weeks ago. You know, he's talking about Tulane. He's like, what? Like, we're one of the top 25 teams in the country. Like, what?
Yeah.
Really? No, we're not. You know, it's like it's Tulane.
Yep.
Like, we're not. So, I mean, I like that. I like the fact that he come out and he's just like, no, y'all are all stupid. You know, that doesn't make any sense. So I just appreciate that. I told you that from day one. So I give him credit for that. I give him a year just because of that. Just because he's going to come out and tell them folks in Florida, like, no, y'all, we're not very good.
He looked straight in the camera and said, y'all are non-ball knowers. That's what you are. That's what
so I like that. You know.
So, you know. Well, all right. Well, listen, I want to take just a second and look over here in the chat. I get to talk and I forget to look. I see Jasper David's in here. What's up? UJ is that team. You are right, brother. That's exactly right. And J-Bait bopped in here with us. Good to see you over here. I know you treading in enemy territory, but that's fine. We love to see you over here. And we got all the usuals. Okay. Jeremy's in here. Bakerman, Carol, Tim. I think I saw Steele. Herman Rogers was in here earlier. There's Tyler the Truth. And he's right, man. If we're doing a good job, let us know. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that
ding, bro. Damn.
Fire Fresh. I don't remember seeing you either. That sounds like a killer handle, though. Fire Fresh. I'm digging that. Well, glad you all are here with us this evening, man. We are having a good time. And you're right, Jasper. Ain't nobody hates Florida like I hate Florida. So I'm with you there, bro. That's a fact. All right, let's keep it turning. Let's keep it moving. Will Stein, Joe, is the new head coach at the University of Kentucky. Now, I'm just going to keep it real with you because I thought Stoops was going to save his job. I thought in one of those last 2 weeks, they were going to mess around and get a 6th win and make a bowl game, and he was going to save his job. Yeah. And it did not go down that way. like they fell off a cliff, ending with a 41-0, I believe, loss to Louisville in your rivalry game. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. And they were like, yeah, bro, we gotta appreciate everything you did, but we gotta make a move. And so they decided to let him go. And then he was like, well, I did Kentucky, so let's negotiate this buyout so I don't put you on the poorhouse. And he did that for them, cleared the way, and they went out to Oregon and got a former Louisville quarterback to come home and now be the head coach at the University of Kentucky, Joe. I figured they would go offense because you go defense for 12 years with the Stoops. So you're like, we want something different. So you're going to get an offensive guy. And they went and got one of the top guys in the country. I mean, I assume they had a plan. I was worried about the timing. Apparently, I don't know nothing. Apparently, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, they did get beat like a Cherokee drum against Louisville. And I'll tell you, just in that day, I flipped over, saw the SEC, saw the game on, flipped over there. I was like, ooh, Kentucky. Ooh. And then I saw the score, and I was like, oh, Kentucky.
Kentucky. Yeah.
That's fine. I remember him playing at Louisville. I really do. So I'd be curious to see what he does. I like the fact that they kind of got you got that rivalry guy who that to me is the funniest part of it. Yeah.
Understands what it's like to be on the Louisville side. Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's funny. That's fun to me. That's my favorite part of it, other than the fact that I remember him playing. But other than that, we'll see how it goes. But they got pimp slapped by some Louisville just the other day.
He adds a little juice to that rivalry. There's no doubt. And I will say this for him. When he went to the podium, he's the youngest coach in the conference, by the way. He's 36. So,
what?
Yeah, man, 36. And he went to the podium and he was like, listen, I know what it takes to win. And I've been at places that have won. Oregon is the latest place. And, I'm a good football coach. And we're going to win. He's like, but it starts with players. You got to have great players if you're going to win. I want to know how he's going to do it. Because he said it starts with recruiting the best players in Kentucky. Great. You've got like 3 guys that are deep. Seriously, you got like 3 guys out of Kentucky that are D1 every year. Like maybe 5. Yeah. And that's it. So that's great. Go recruit those guys if you can. Get them to come to Kentucky. But then how are you going to get those other players? Are you going to be a developmental school, right, where you take 3-star guys and you're like, we're going to go win because of scheme and whatever? Or are you going to be like, no, we're going to hit that portal pretty hard, but not 70 dudes. We'll get like 30, 40 dudes. Like what's the mix going to be? So he's right. You got to go get players. I'm just not sure how you're going to do it. So it's going to be real interesting to kind of watch how he goes about his business.
I don't know. All I can say is Kroger probably not going to get that 10 cents off your fuel card if he's going to try to hit that quarter like he needs to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Kroger fans out there, you just got your gas discount cut off, bro. That's all I'm saying. He's going to try to get some people in the Big Blue.
We got a Kroger opening up on December 10th.
They are just up the road there.
Less than a mile from the house. I'm just saying. You know what my baby girl said to me? She was really, well, she didn't say it to me. She said it to her mama. She was in the car last night. They were driving past, and she goes, hey, mama, we got to go to Kroger when they open. And Alice is like, why? She goes, because I want to see it all brand new. I'm like, okay, baby, good enough. Celebrate everything. That's what I say. So we're going to go check out the Krogers. That's how you know.
I don't know how
wait. That's how you know that I don't know if we country. I don't know if we kind of city. I don't know what we are, but when you were like, whoop, whoop, Kroger, I'm like, okay.
Hey, now, we got the K-Roger next door, baby. It's all good now.
Hey, don't hate on us too hard, okay? Because there's a Chipotle right across the street. We're about to get a new Outback. We already got a Longhorn. This area I'm living in, exploding. Y'all got to have some perspective here. Publix, a mile, like just 2 blocks beyond where this new store is going to be. This place is blowing up, y'all. So we're just excited that we got some new stuff around here. So we're going to go get us some fresh donuts from a fresh bakery on the first day would be my plan. So there you go.
Let me tell you, I don't know how much you done tipped off my man Tyler the truth. I don't know how much you done tipped off Tyler, man, the truth here, but I like him. There's 25 people in here and only 12 likes. He's like, come on now. Come on.
Come on. I'm feeling you, bro.
Damn.
Seriously, I appreciate that. I appreciate that because we're trying to have good time up in here. That's what we doing.
Hey,
all right,
I got
Joe.
the Piggly Wiggly here in Dublin too. That's all I'm saying there, Bacon Man. Bacon
the
Man.
pig. You got the pig? I forgot you got the pig. Man. That's right. Oh, man. Joe, we are old enough. You want to waste some time on the internet? Who's old enough to remember, like, Bilo?
Yeah.
Right? Who remembers a Bilo? Or, and we still got Ingles around here. What else? What else we got around?
Save a lot.
Save a lot. What else did we grow up with, though? There was Bilo, Ingles. I guess that was the only two.
Quality foods.
Quality foods. Oh, man. What was the one? Not the Food Lion. Remember Food Lion over in South Carolina? Holy cow, man. We got some stuff here. Yep. I know, Jasper. I know. We're wasting time on the internet. All right, let's get back to it.
Okay, here we go.
It happens. We get off track. Appreciate it. All right. So Billy Napier, Joe, already got a new head coaching job.
How is he going to go ruin a good program?
What?
I bet you he has the opportunity to make it to a college playoff at JMU before he did at Florida. I mean, if he don't burn it in the ground.
No. We got to put it. Well, hold up. Win Dixie has entered the chat over here. Win Dixie has entered the chat. We got some real ones. We got some real ones in here with us tonight, man. All right.
So, I love it.
Come on. I think Billy Napier is going to do just fine at JMU. I think he's going to do better than just fine.
Already.
He'll
make the playoffs at JMU. Never did at Florida. He'll make it JMU.
That's right. I think he's going to do real well with less pressure, less meddlers. Yeah. He's going to get out there and coach ball. That's what I think is going to happen. And I mean, I don't know. JMU's been real good, like the last few years. They've been real good. And I don't see why they shouldn't continue to be, honestly. I mean, if he goes up there and wrecks it, then that's on him. But I just think they got a good coach, and I think they're going to keep on doing.
They doing it. They doing the thing, man. The SBC, they get it done. So
got to touch on it. All these new coaches every place. He got fired. He's already got a new job.
Brian Kelly ain't got a new job. Get a photo with him. I'll see if I can go get a pic with him when he comes to town.
That's what I'm talking about. Brian Kelly.
Billy, what's up? Nobody gave you more trash than me in Middle Georgia. Merry Christmas.
Well, he's friends with Kirby Smart, so I'll give him a pass. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him a pass. All right, Joe, that's it. We bounced around the league. We took care of I'm sure we didn't get all the news. We didn't even talk about signing day or any of that, but whatever. That's too in the weeds.
Yeah. Bulldogs got your boy from Register here, your punter to be from Trinity Christian School right down the road here from my house. Signed with Georgia Bulldogs today.
Was he the one with the funky last name?
Register is his last name.
Register's his last name. Oh, did he sign as a preferred walk-on? Or did he get a scholarship?
He got a scholarship.
Did he? I know they got the number one kicker, too. So, man, we got special teams on lock. We put a priority on special teams over here in Athens. That's what I'll say about that.
That's right.
All right, Joe, let's take it national. The college football playoff threw out their latest rankings this last Tuesday, and there were some people that were upset about it. They're not real happy about it, but I bet you are. Because Georgia is up at number 3, right? After Texas A&M took their loss. Everybody else kind of, just kind of moved along because they continued to win, right? Other than Texas A&M. So you've got Oklahoma sitting there. Look at who is at 9, Joe. The Alabama Crimson Tide. And why does that matter? Because they jumped Notre Dame. That's Notre Dame cookie is crumbling. And then you got BYU. We know you love BYU. Miami's hanging out at 12, and then Texas is all the way back at 13. Then Vanderbilt's at 14. So I'm just going to stop right there and tell you, Texas, Vanderbilt, thanks for playing. We'll see y'all later. No way you getting in a dance. Ain't happening. Nope. Not enough is going to blow up that you're going to make it in. So congrats on a good season. But
Jasper, my man, in the chat. Hang on. I'm going to cut you off, Randy, because Jasper just said it. Look at the rankings. You got Texas one spot above Vanderbilt. Why? Because they beat them head to head. Notre Dame, how are you at 10? And Miami's at 12. Jasper, thank you.
Well, I think we got to hold our water, people, because the guy said on Thursday, if those teams are done playing, and he was like, you can still move even if you're done playing. So what I think could be about to happen is the fates are going to put Carson Beck playing the Georgia Bulldogs. I'll tell you how we get there in just a minute. But if BYU loses, right, because they got housed by Texas Tech last time. If they lose, then guess who's moving on up? Miami. And when you put Miami right beside Notre Dame, there's no way.
Whoop.
There's no way that they're not going to put Miami in front of Notre Dame. I can't do it. People will burn it to the ground if that's what we will get to 16 teams so fast it'll make you sick. Like, I'm just telling you, that's what's about to happen. So let's look at it. Here's the bracket as it shakes out right now. So the way it is heading into championship Saturday, which we're about to get into the games here, we all know that Georgia's going to play Alabama. So Georgia, if Georgia wins, somebody's got to lose in the Big Ten. So I think the SEC champion in this scenario, which would be Georgia, would move to 2. Then everything we just discussed shakes out. Miami.
Somebody check on Herb and Raj. Randy just said Georgia would be number 2 and beat Alabama. Somebody check on Herb and Raj.
Miami is going to then slide in to one of those spots at 11 or 12 and potentially end up having to play my Georgia Bulldogs, or with the opportunity to play my Georgia Bulldogs, right? Eventually, which would put Carson Beck squaring off against his old team. So listen, you can say they're not going to build this bracket out based on drama, but I'm just telling you that the opportunity is there for it to happen. But
Bakerman Jr. is all over it, man. He's like, come on, Carson, come on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just one of those situations because, here's the other thing. And again, we're about to get into the games. Joe, a 7-win Duke team is playing in the ACC championship game this weekend. If they win, if Virginia kicks it away and Duke wins the ACC title, there is a very real shot that a G5 team is going to be higher ranked than the ACC champion, and the ACC champion won't get into the CFP. It would be a doomsday scenario for the Atlantic Coast Conference. And I'm kind of wanting it to happen just to see what shakes.
Go ahead and give Dukies them ACC championship credentials right now. Go ahead and do it. That's going to happen. Jasper thinks Duke's going to lose for sure. I don't know, Jasper. I don't know, brother. Them Dukies, boy. They can
play some defense. They play a little defense. Now, Virginia's pretty good. I watched them play. They're all right. But I'm just saying that
I would love to see Duke win. It would be hilarious.
That'd be a doomsday scenario. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Got Tulane, got got JMU up there. Napier, they got a playoff team. Team.
Not his team. But like I said, Sumrall's going to go back and coach his team. The dude that's coaching in North Texas, he's already taken another job too, but he's going to stick around and coach North Texas. So we're getting ahead of the cart here. But look, Joe, there is a very real chance. Let's do the math right here. Let's count them together. Alabama, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Georgia. The SEC, just like we told you, is about to put 5 in the 12-team playoff field. Almost 6. Like, real close to 6. Let's go to 12. Give everybody a shot. A shot to do what? Get punched in the face by an SEC team? Because that's what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So
that's right. Oh, Jeremy's on fire in the chat, by the way. Love it. Love it. And I mean, go ahead. Expand it. Hell, make it 24. Go ahead. You won't have to bracket to be SEC. Go ahead.
Go ahead. It's fine. It's fine. I just wanted to point that out.
Vanderbilt will be there, pimp slapping folks all day long. It's fine. Go ahead.
I just wanted to point that out at 5 strong. Now, we'll see how they perform because football is a game of matchups. But I'm just saying, like,
Texas A&M beats Notre Dame, by the way, if those two play. Let me just go ahead and put that on the record.
Again? You think they get them again?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll get there. Who knows? Again, we got to do this one more time, and we'll see. And the way we know we got to do this one more time is championship weekend is this weekend, Joe. And
there you go.
JMU is taking on them Troy Trojans. And I mean, this one I think is going to be a lot of fun. I got to give my early lean here. We're sitting a pick, a lean. I'm giving my lean to JMU. That's where I come down on this one.
Oh yeah, all day long. And you can say lean if you want to, or you can go ahead and just, put the mark down there. Joe's going to take JMU.
I do like the Troy Trojans though. I don't know why. It could be the colors, could be that logo.
You can't beat the Monarchs though, baby.
All right, there we go. Well, moving on. Then we got out here in the American Conference, Joe.
There you go. There's the game.
Tulane with that playing North Texas. North Texas in their old, you remember the Eagles, Randall Cunningham Eagles?
Yes.
Andre Waters Eagles.
Kelly Green, baby.
That's right, babe.
Yeah.
That's right. I got the North Texas Eagles out there, and they are like, yeah, we're going to take on some Tulane Green Wave. Tulane Green Wave. Think about Satch every time I say Tulane. Nobody else gets that reference. Don't matter. It's my show. The Satch, shout out to you, bro. But yeah, I think this game's going to be fun. And again, both of these head coaches already have new jobs. They already have new jobs. So they're going out there to try to finish this thing with their team and see how it goes. What do you think? Here's what I think. Every time I picked Tulane this year, they screwed me. And all I saw North Texas do was just score on everybody. So today, I'm leaning to the Kelly Green right now. We'll see. I'm leaning.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably lean that way too. We'll see, though. I mean, I love my boy. Let me just tell you, though, if you don't know Satchmo, and y'all don't, but my favorite Louisiana, he's the only guy I know can pass out standing straight up and be cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like, it didn't matter. He just be like, what up, dog? Yeah. He's just fine.
I never knew. Yeah. I never knew. There might be libation involved or not. And I couldn't tell the difference. That old boy worked so hard, he could just fall asleep standing up.
Yeah.
Or he might have been having a few, and that's why it's going on. It don't matter. He ain't falling over. He ain't falling over.
No. He's straight. Literally. He's straight.
That's right. Shout out to Sats. That's right. Anyway. All right. So in the ACC, here we are, 7-5 Duke, and they are hanging out, got a shot against the Virginia Wahoos, right? The Cavaliers.
That's not Baker, man.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Wahoo.
I love personally
by the way.
I love personally that they've gone back to wearing those dark blue uniforms most of the time.
Yeah.
I like the white helmets too, but that dark blue is pretty sweet. I don't know.
I think on that black though. That black uni, the black helmet, I don't like it. The black helmet.
Yeah, yeah. I will say this though. I kind of said everything I had to say about it. I mean, Virginia, that's a good football team. I mean, they have played well every time I've watched them. Let me put it that way. And here they are, playing a Duke team that the ACC was so muddled this year. It just worked out to where the Dukies get the opportunity. So will they take advantage of their opportunity, or will this just be this is the way it shook out and Virginia was clearly the best team? I mean, do you seriously have a feel about it?
No, I mean, I think it's hilarious. And I'm sure if you ask anybody at Duke, they might tell you the same thing and say,
what are we doing?
The ACC championship game? Okay. Yeah. Cheers. Great.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But how quickly things turn upside down. And again, I'm a betting man. Not that it matters. Not that I get the bet often, but I would bet on Duke. Absolutely sure. Why not? You know what I'm saying? We'll see when we get to the pick'em, but
yeah.
Why not?
All right. Well, there you go. And meanwhile, they still got to play this game again. Rematch, BYU and Texas Tech. Texas Tech, even though they couldn't throw tortillas at them in Lubbock last time, they put it on them. They put it on them. And BYU's head coach, they were trying to lure him away. And he's like, nope, I'm going to stay right here in Provo. And they paid him, and they are building that program out there at BYU. So they've got stability, and, that's a good football team. Any shot that they give Texas Tech something they couldn't give them last time. Uh-oh. We got the fade happening. Joe breathed too long, too deep. Let's see if he pops back on the screen here in just a second.
Not really.
You don't think so?
Well, no, it's raining. Can you hear me? It's raining in Dublin, so of course the internet's terrible. Right?
It's been good up
It
until
doesn't
right
matter.
now.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's 45 degrees and wet, so that means my internet's terrible. But yeah.
Call back for those of you that are OGs here on the show. You know exactly what we're talking about. Oh my goodness! So you think Texas
Yes,
Tech?
Jeremy. Before you get there, I paid Spectrum, by the way. Yeah.
So probably not.
Love it.
What you said, BYU probably don't have anything new for them.
Yeah, probably not. I'd like for them to, but I don't think so.
All right. Well, we'll pick it here in just a second. You can tell us for sure. You can think on it between now and then. Joe, the Big Ten. The Big Ten. Two teams that everybody seems to think's pretty good are actually going to play each other in the Big Ten. Stop right there. That's a headline. So we finally get the game that I think everybody's been wanting to see. And I got to tell you, I have a lean in this one too. I'm not going to give it away, but I do have a lean already on this one. I just think it's hilarious that up until they played Michigan, what did I say a couple weeks ago? Ohio State had not played a team that was over 500 for like 6 weeks in a row before they played Michigan. Like the fact that that kind of schedule can just allow you to coast until you get to the championship game should be a problem in and of itself. But I got to tell you, man, the idea that any of these coaches or any of these teams can just sit players during your conference schedule simply because you don't have to have them. Think about that. Think about that if you're the fan of an SEC school. Think about that if you are the fan of an SEC school. What if you could just sit your number 1 and number 2 players because we want to, just so they don't get hurt before we have to go play a championship game? What a luxury that would be. That should tell you everything you need to know about the depth of talent and the depth of opposition that you find in the Big Ten right now. That's what I'll say about that. Like, I can't believe that's a thing, but that's how Indiana got here. Now, that's how Ohio State got here. Indiana, they played who's in front of them, and they've put a hammer on most everybody this year. So, kind of like last year, though, I'm left feeling the same way. I want you to prove it to me. Come on, come out here and beat a team that everybody thinks is pretty good, at least matches you physically. Show me you can do that, and then we'll have a real conversation. Now, Indiana has a good win or two on their record this year. Ohio State, 2 good wins, maybe, So I'm excited to see them play, and at the same time, I'm frustrated at the way the whole thing worked. That's what I'll say about it.
Well, I'm excited to see just the fact that I'm actually on screen again and not frozen because it is indeed raining in Dublin. Yep. So that means my internet is terrible. But I would love to see this game be something that's going to matter, but it won't.
And in what way?
Well, I mean, the fact that it's not going to be close. I would like.
Sounds like you've got a lean.
Close. Yeah, I would like it to be close, but I don't think. And now, granted, I have not got to watch Indiana play this year, but I know they can score. I don't know if they can stop anybody.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And that's what we know about Ohio State. They statistically they have the best defense in the country. Again, yeah, they haven't played anybody really, but you can play great defense and not play anybody. Technique and all that. And we saw Indiana save themselves against Penn State, like a bad Penn State team, and they had to save themselves. So let's keep this in perspective. But they did, right? Just like Texas A&M had to save themselves against a bad South Carolina team. There's something to be said for doing it when you got to do it. So again, I'm excited to see how it goes, but I just hate that the league is so soft that you can just sit your best players just because we don't want to take a chance on them rolling an ankle or something, just because it just frustrates me as an SEC fan. But the Big Ten people won't hear it. That is a brutal schedule that they play.
Yeah,
brutal.
I mean, it's as hard as walking outside. It is.
That's right.
I tell you what.
That leads us into the conversation around the SEC, because down here we don't have schedules. We have gauntlets. I love to say that. And our champions are going to be determined Saturday. I said this the other night on my show. I sat in with Herb and Raj. I think I said it on their show. It was inevitable. I screwed the pooch. I listened to your boy Chris Blair. I think I listened to you. And LSU, look,
yep.
I own that. I picked them to make it to Atlanta. Awful choice. But I also picked the Georgia Bulldogs. And there were a lot of people that laughed about that choice. Yet, here we are. So, give me a little bit of credit.
Seed Vision. What's up? I don't know who that is. Hello in the chat.
No, man. Seed Vision, he's awesome. Or she, I think it's a he. He joined me last night over on the Herb and Rod show. Good to see you, man. That's great that you're in here. So... what was I saying? Oh, yeah.
Laughing at the fact that you chose UGA to be in the title game.
I believed in UGA. I could see the path. I could see how it was going to happen. And they outperformed my expectations. I had them going 10-2. They go 11-1, and they're in the game. So there they are. But it was inevitable, Joe. They were like, let's expand the SEC. And when we do... Big Bad Texas and Oklahoma going to come in here. They're going to show us what it's all about. A new era in the SEC of dominance. Everything's going to shift west. It's going to be about Texas A&M. It's going to be about LSU with Brian Kelly at the time. That's where the power centers are. No. It's like Thanos in his glove. It's inevitable. Georgia and Alabama were destined to be here. That's what it was going to be. And I, as a Bulldog fan, am like, hell yeah, I don't want to play anybody else because I don't think you can handle my boys. I can respect that Alabama did what they did this year. And like any competitor, I'm like, yeah, let's line it up, dog. Let's do it again because I want to see how it's going to shake out because we are not the same team. They are not the same team. Georgia's not the same team. Let's go find out on Saturday. With all that said, because this league is so friggin' brutal, these two teams are mash units. Joe, did you look at the injury report for Alabama? There's like 18 people on that thing, and like 7 or 8 of them are out. Or, no, it was like 10 of them are out. And then like 6 or 7 of them, whatever, are questionable. And then you got Georgia, they got like 6 or 8 dudes on there. They're all out, So like starting center's not going to play. Alabama don't have their starting defensive tackle. They probably aren't going to have their starting running back, the starting tight end. Like these two teams are beat to hell, and yet they are still standing there on top of the mountain going, I didn't hear no bell. Isn't that what Rocky said? And so we're going to find out.
I didn't hear no bell. I hear no bell.
We're going to find out on Saturday. And I think that's what this game's going to be. It's going to be friggin' brutal. I think it's going to be a game that is determined by violence, beautiful violence. Because when you've got teams that are this evenly balanced talent-wise, and you've got coaching staffs that are, good on good, like this team wins, this team wins. You know what I mean? Like good on good. It comes down to just who can get punched in the face and who can punch back the most times. That's what this is going to be. I'm fired up for it. And I can't wait to do it. We ain't sitting nobody. You think Alabama's going to sit somebody in the Iron Bowl? Hell no. So Ohio State, you go sit your superstar diva wide receiver. We're going to get down here and play ball right up until the last week of the season. You think Georgia was going to sit anybody against Georgia Tech or Texas? No. We don't have that luxury. It's not like the weak-ass Big Ten. I'm so happy. Forgive me for dropping all of the words. Earmuffs. I'm fired up. So it's just.
I agree. I agree with you, Jeremy. I have had bowel movements tougher than the Big Ten schedule. Absolutely.
I'm like, let's get this thing on, baby.
And then just come out and give you one of these.
Uh-huh.
It's terrible.
Let's get it on, Joe. I'm gonna step off.
Football.
I'm gonna step off my box. Look at me, I'm getting all red in the face. I'm gonna step off the soapbox. You share your thoughts because I'm fired up, man. This one should be fun.
You know, it is inevitable that you would see Georgia and Alabama playing in the SEC championship game again this year. And for all intents and purposes, for me anyway, it was sitting there looking around the corner, you know, like being on the block, man, like it was Friday. And I was sitting there, I was looking down the block, and you see the dude on the bicycle come down, steal the bike, you know, on Friday. I don't remember his name. And then you see everybody else sitting there going, you just got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what happened, because that is what the SEC is. Yeah. So to turn around and see that it's Alabama and Georgia again, you could see it coming, you know, down the block like that. Like, hide your chain, hide your good stuff. Here they come down the block, right? That's just what it was. Texas A&M, they had to hide the chain. Texas had to hide the chain. Vanderbilt, they had to hide their chain. Everybody had to hide their chain and their bike, because here it came down the corner. You know what I'm saying? Round the corner. That's what it is.
That's right. And whoever wins, and look, that's the thing. Everybody wants to make a big deal about the last whatever since Kirby Smart's been there matchup. I don't care about none of that, because ain't none of that matters. Not at all. Like, it don't matter a single solitary bit what's happened before or what's going to happen in the future. All that matters is what's going to happen between the lines on Saturday. And I am super fired up to see these two teams who absolutely deserve to be there line it up and get after it. Because if Georgia wins, then they're sitting there and they can say back-to-back SEC champions in the toughest conference in college football in the first 2 years of a 12-team playoff. Smoke that, dog. And if Alabama wins, they can be like, hey, we win SEC championships and we won another one. So put us in the playoff. Georgia's going to slide back to like 5, right? 6, host a playoff game, bring it on, right? I don't see a downside here, except if, and there's no way this is going to happen, but if Alabama shows up and they play like SMU played last year in their championship game, like if it gets completely sideways and Georgia wins by, say, 3 scores, let's use 17 as the number. If the final game spread is like that big, there's a shot that this committee, given the crazy stuff they talk, could move Alabama out. I don't think that happens. I don't see that happening. But I'm saying it could. I see a way it could, just because of this committee. But I don't see that. I expect to see the 1989 49ers line up on offense for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and the 1985 Chicago Bears lining up for the Alabama Crimson Tide on Saturday to play my Georgia Bulldogs, and bring them on, because I want to beat them. That's why. I want to beat the best. Right now, Alabama's the #1 seed in the conference. Go beat them so we can be back-to-back champions. That's what I say.
There you go.
Fired up.
Hey, that's all there is to it, man. What do they say? Ball don't lie, right? Ball don't lie. Go put it down. We'll see. Let's play in the parking lot. I don't care. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. So that's what's happening in Atlanta. We ain't messing around. I always feel weird that this game's at like 3:30 instead of like 7, because I feel like all these other games, just window dressing. Get me to the one that's going to be like the one. And that's what we're talking about here. Watching. That's right. That's why we're talking about it here. All right, Joe. Man, we've already been going an hour. Hadn't even got to the picks yet. Sorry, we're gonna move. We're gonna move through it. We're gonna get on to it. You ready? Here we go. Troy and James Madison in the Sun Belt, Joe, the big SBC. Give me 11-1 James Madison to get to 12-1. They play that game tomorrow night. We're gonna find out before Saturday who the champion of the Sun Belt is. I think it's gonna be James Madison. Absolutely. Will be. I move along. James Madison wins it.
Beautiful. North Texas and Tulane. Now here, I told you I had a little bit of a lean, and I'm sticking with it. Give me North Texas, because I hadn't seen anybody outscore them yet. I mean, look at that over and under. It's like 66. Like, they expect they're going to put some points on the board. I think North Texas can score with anybody. Both of these coaches are out the door. Give me North Texas.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Kelly Green, North Texas folks as well. They got a 2.5 point spread there. Yeah, that don't matter. Give me North Texas. Absolutely.
Yep, there we go. And now let's take a look at BYU and Texas Tech. As much as I want to believe that it's going to be different, it's hard to see how. I understand we're on a neutral site and all that, but the way Texas Tech went about their business against BYU last time don't leave me much hope. I mean, BYU, they did some things to hurt themselves, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I got to take Texas Tech here.
Yeah, I would love to take the Cougars. I would. I love me some BYU, but yeah, it would be stupid to take them after what happened. This dismantling you saw with Texas Tech. So go ahead.
Yeah, that defense for Texas Tech was pretty good. We are not going to do the injustice to the SEC by picking it next. We're going to jump down here and pick the ACC. Duke and Virginia. We kind of talked all over this one already. I think it's funny as all get out. The Duke's in the game. Give me the Wahoos.
Yeah, I'm going to take Duke. I'm going to stay on them. Give me the Dukies. Yep.
You think they'll get it? Do you think it's defense that's going to make it happen? Or do you think they're going to okay. Do a little something over there with maybe get a turnover or two? And that'd be the difference in the game?
Special teams going to be.
There you go. All right, take us up to the Big Ten, Joe. The game that matters, like one of the only games that has mattered in the league this year. Indiana and Ohio State. I've been picking first. You pick this one first.
Good. I'm going to do exactly the thing that you should imagine that I would do because you know the history of me and the people that are in the game. Give me Indiana.
Oh, holy balls. You took my pick. I'm on Indiana too. I think Ohio State, listen, I'm not saying you're not good. I'm just saying I like what I've seen from Indiana. So give me Indiana. And I think Indiana wins the thing, and Ohio State gets one on the chin here as they get ready to get into the playoff against everybody else. And then we will finish with Georgia and Alabama in the SEC. Listen, if you don't know who I'm picking, I can't even help you. Give me the Dawgs. They get right against Alabama in Atlanta in a mass unit game. Don't care. And I don't want to hear nothing about it. Let's just agree, Alabama fans. Don't talk to me about the referees. Don't talk to me about the injuries. Just let the game happen, and then we'll see who wins. Because you ain't going to get that from me. You will never hear me come out here and talk about the referees or injuries. So please, do me like the grace. If you're going to interact with me, just don't come at me with that stuff. If you win, you win. If you don't, you know what they say about the lead dog. That's you know what they say. That's what they say.
If you ain't the lead dog, baby.
Who you got, Joe?
You know what it is. Yeah, where's Herb and Raj at? Herb, I gave you a win last week, right? The old Turkey Day.
I think they dipped. I think they dipped, bro.
Yeah, they did. They out. They ain't listening. They ain't no attention. They ain't trying to hear it. I gave you the win. I gave you the win over the ampersand. I gave you a win over not the ampersand. I gave you the win
over the barn, baby.
Yeah, the barn. That's right. I gave you the win, so you get that in the old Iron Bowl there. So we'll move on, and I'm going to take the Georgia Bulldogs to beat. Ball don't lie, man. Put the ball down, and let's just go at it. That's all there is to it.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, Joe, that wraps up our picks. We made our way through all of the news. We did all the things that we usually do. Are we done? Are we done, Joe?
Maybe? I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. That's right. We couldn't let everybody get out of here without the favorite segment of the show. This one's real simple. And if you don't know who Joe's talking to tonight, I'm not even going to let him introduce it. We're just going to jump into it. Are you ready, Joe?
I am, indeed.
Let's get it.
Look, y'all, it ain't hard. It ain't hard to figure out. There's only one ring you got. There's only one belt that's there to take. And where that belt resides right now is in Athens, Georgia, right? You got the championship belt. That SEC championship belt is there, baby. It's hard. If you ain't high-flying, diamond ring, Rolex wearing, having a hard time holding them alligators down, baby. If that ain't you, and it ain't Bama, if that ain't you, you don't know. That belt, it's right here, and it's staying on my shoulder, baby. It's hard to see it going anywhere else. So if you ain't got the diamonds in the Rolex, if you ain't walking on that private jet, if you ain't holding them alligators down, if you ain't Bama, you don't know what it is, baby. Put the ball down and don't lie. We gonna play it in the ATL, and we gonna walk out with the Rolex wearing, high-flying, alligator shoot wearing. Woo! That's all there is to it. Let's go. Kirby Smart has got the belt, baby. He's in the house. That's all you need to know.
No. I'm here for it, baby. That's what I'm talking about. How about them dogs? That's what I'm saying. And I hope I'm shouting it. I didn't run back there and grab my belt. It's hanging right there. It's hanging right there. But I guarantee you this, if them dogs claim that championship, keep your eyes on the socials, because we're gonna be putting it right out there for everybody to see. Okay. Right. I'm just saying that's how it's gonna go down.
Bowden is going to Bowden's gonna beat Clinch.
Okay. Well, there we go. See, you get everything here. Georgia high school football. Y'all know we got you covered. All right, everybody. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us. If you hit the thumbs up, we appreciate it. If you didn't, we'll try harder next time. And oh, by the way, this show is brought to you by Green Gridiron. So if you're on YouTube, jump down here in the description. There's probably a code there that you can use, HBTFD. Just click the link in the description. Go look at all the awesome stuff that Green Gridiron has for you. And if you choose to give them your business, Christmas is coming. Use my code and save yourself a little bit of money. I don't make anything, but you can save some money because it's a gift. It's the giving season. So there you go. Take advantage of it. Thanks to the good folks over there at Green Gridiron for partnering with us so that we can show up every week and try to do this for you and have a good time in the process. Joe, did you have a good time?
Always have a good time, man. Absolutely. I got to give Raj and her about holy cow, man. An SEC title game coming up, so that's all good.
That's right. Well, y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Enjoy all the football games this week. Get ready, babies. Oh, tomorrow, I'm not going to be live. Because I got stuff happening. Tomorrow is my wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary to the missus. I'm going to shout her out right now. Happy anniversary to the missus. We're going to celebrate tomorrow night, Joe. We're going to celebrate. We're going to get ready. We're going to whip up on some elephants. And then we're going to celebrate some more. That's what I'm going to say about that. That's it. Go Dogs. Until next time, y'all take care of yourselves, your friends, your families. Take care of each other. Enjoy the games. And how about them dogs? See y'all next time.